Then the ones that are waiting here are. And don't shout at me. Don't shout at me.
You started shouting at me.
No, don't shout at me. I'm not your child. Don't shout.
Direct foreign investment, it depends on the stability of a country.
How do you reassure the foreign investors?
No, you must give me a chance to speak unless you want to have this interview with yourself.
Telling them that it's going to be devastating to the economy if they nationalize the assets, South African companies' assets.
Coming with the full force of the community to stop this spread because of your bad attitude. And I know you've been giving my colleagues bad attitude.
You want us to stop singing the song so that you can continue to depoliticize our youth. Because you know, with a depoliticized youth, you will reverse the gains.
So the South African president's spokesperson had a press conference, and at a point in the press conference, he said Ghana and Nigeria thinking about nationalizing the companies that South Africa own in each various countries is not a good thing. Like, it's a dangerous thing to do, and it will have its consequences if they take such decisions. Basically, he's warning. And also, Julius Malema was in front of some white people. I think he was interviewing them, or they were interviewing him, and bro, you will love it. I'll bring you that. And Charlie, the anti-migration thing there, it is happening day in, day out. Like, South Africans are not relenting on anything. They are not sleeping, and they are on it back to back. I don't want to talk much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You don't lose anything by liking. Just give the video a thumbs up. Let's go into the video, watch, come back and talk.
The presidency has expressed concern over what it describes as misinformation being spread by some African countries regarding South Africa's immigration policy. Speaking at the Union Buildings, presidency spokesperson Vincent Magwenya said South Africa remains committed to working with its African partners to build a stronger and more prosperous continent despite growing criticism over the country's immigration stance.
We've taken note of the campaign, primarily driven by Ghana, and to a lesser extent Nigeria, but not as concerted as Ghana has. And that campaign is faltering, and we're going to reject that campaign, and we're going to assert our rightful position, not only on the continent, but amongst the global community with respect to issues that affect the globe, as well as issues that have a severe impact on the stability as well as developmental aspiration of our continent.
Magwenya says the International Relations Department has formally raised its concerns with the Ghanaian High Commissioner, reaffirming that diplomatic channels in Pretoria remain open and urging Accra to address any concerns through direct engagement and cooperation.
It's surprising why we are continuously experiencing this anti-diplomatic and unconstructive posture coming from some in Ghana. What does encourage us is that there are political leaders in Ghana, in Parliament, who do recognize the challenge South Africa is facing, and who are also not happy at this posture that we're seeing, particularly from the High Commissioner here, who's representing Ghana, and their Foreign Minister.
While the government has not publicly identified additional countries allegedly involved in what it describes as a coordinated campaign to discredit it internationally, it's not ruling out that possibility, particularly in the wake of its case against Israel in the International Court of Justice.
You are connecting Israel to the campaign. I can't talk to that, except it is on record by some authorities in Israel that South Africa must be punished. We anticipated that there will be some form of reprisal coming from not only Israel, but some countries that are allied to Israel against South Africa for the action we've taken.
South Africa maintains that despite the diplomatic tensions, it remains committed to its foreign policy, which is guided by international law and human rights. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Skarama Fokwani in Pretoria.
Breaking news, the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has warned any attempt to nationalize or seize South African-owned assets in nations like Nigeria, Ghana, and any African nation could actually lead to a serious economic consequence. I'm talking about due to the recent immigration challenge. According to the presidential spokesperson, Vincent Maguire insists that these South African companies contribute significantly to local economy through tax revenue, investment, and even through jobs. And this particular action can actually undermine investors' confidence in this particular nation. South African government continues to actually accuse Ghana, Nigeria, and other African nations on exaggerating the false information about the immigration challenge in South Africa, talking about the xenophobic violence. They've continuously denied the allegation and even raised this particular matter through a diplomatic channel. However, many African nations have maintained concern on the attack of the citizens and even called for strong action from the South African government. Keep watching, we'll keep you updated.
The South African presidents trying to advise President of Ghana and President of Nigeria on how to run economy was sounding like a broken record. I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. Telling them that it's going to be devastating to the economy if they nationalize the assets, South African companies' assets. They have the right to do whatever they want to do. You cannot run the economy. You told them that South Africa, according to your minister, that South Africa has the right to run the economy the way they want to run it. Just like every other country. Ghana has the right to run the economy the way they deem it fit. Nigeria has the same thing as they deem it fit. No, you can't tell them that they've been winning. Their strategy has been winning.
Former Miss South Africa finalist and Miss Universe Nigeria, Chidimma Adetshina, is continuing her fight to stay in the country. Adetshina appeared in the Cape Town Regional Court today after her arrest for entering the country illegally. Adetshina first made headlines when she was forced to withdraw from the Miss South Africa pageant in 2024. Home Affairs later alleged that her mother had committed identity theft to gain South African citizenship. Adetshina was declared a banned person, but she entered the country through the Lebombo border post, and she was arrested in June after she was traced to the mother city. The beauty queen has now submitted an affidavit to the court outlining the steps that she is taking to legalize her stay in the country. The prosecution is expected to submit a replying affidavit before the case resumes on Monday.
Struggle to be over. You're okay with singing a song that is not universally popular?
No, you want us to stop singing the song so that you can continue to depoliticize our youth. Because you know, with a depoliticized youth, you will reverse the gains of 1994 and create that impression you want to create to me that it seems you have won the struggle. When you know very well, we have not won the struggle. There's Nelson, when he handed over power, he said to us, the struggle is not over. A luta continua. That's what Nelson Mandela said from his mouth.
So this is like a race without a finish line?
No, there will be a finish line. If you hope he's not going to finish, wait for the EFF to come into power. We'll finish it. And you will still be here, my friend, and you'll be saying, oh, I never thought it would work like that, like you said after 1994.
All right.
Direct foreign investment, it depends on the stability of a country.
How do you reassure the foreign investors?
No, you must give me a chance to speak, unless you want to have this interview with yourself. Then we can give you a chance to speak alone.
Okay.
Because you're asking me questions, I'm responding to them, and that's the whole intention of this conversation. So we South Africans are saying, let's get proper people to go and run these institutions.
Are you the proper person?
I'm a proper guy.
I mean, I don't want to go too far back into history, but at various times you failed to actually file a tax return on time. Yeah. You've been accused of different financial offences. You've never been convicted, but some of those charges were never brought to court. But you tell South Africans, despite your own history, you are the guy to run their economy.
That's why. That's a mind of a lazy person who doesn't do his work. You will have to refer back to 15 years. I've grown up over a period of time, built a solid political party. The only thing you can keep on referring to is what you interviewed me about it 12 years ago. Get something new, my brother.
No, I'm very...
Show a skill of a hard-working presenter who does his research. You can't falter me. Since I've made my mistakes on tax when I was very young, when I was almost 27 years old, fixed that problem. Today, I'm a 42-year-old married man with children who has taken responsibility and built a solid party to be the third largest party without the support of white monopoly capital and the owners of the South African economy. You keep on referring to old and old things because you are now beginning to sound like a scratched CD.
You have every right to tell me you have changed.
Tell me of me now. South Africa is in alliance with Russia now.
South Africa right now calls itself non-aligned.
In the context of the war, but these are two different things. South Africa is an ally of Russia. Now, the second question is, where does South Africa stand on the war? It says I'm a non-aligned in relation to war, but Russia remains South Africa's friend. So we cannot create confusion around there. Don't create an impression that it is Malema who's going to come and create an alliance with Russia.
But there are some very specific...
Actually, I will go beyond that. I will go beyond the friendship with Russia, and in the war, I will align with Russia, and I will even supply the weapons to Russia. Because Russia is in a war with imperialism, and any agenda that seeks to push back imperialist agendas, it's well within the policies of the EFF. Don't tell us about Nigerians. You even go to an extent of saying Nigerians gave us money for our liberation. It's true. From the civil servants of Nigeria, monies were deducted from them to support the liberation of South Africa. So today we are in a comfortable place. We say we don't want them. These Africans, when you needed them, they were there for you. The frontline states were there. People got killed in Lesotho. People got killed in Mozambique. People got killed in Swaziland, in Botswana, because they were suspected to have been harboring the terrorists, meaning your liberators, your liberation.
Even if America decides that I should no longer enter America, it's okay, I will enter Zimbabwe. I'll enter Botswana, I'll enter Nigeria, I'll enter Africa, my home. Why should I be concerned about people who are going to feed me beggars and make me fat when I can go to Nigeria and eat jollof? Nice, nom, nice food. So you want to threaten me that you won't give me a visa to America or give me a visa to London? I don't care. I'll go to Africa and enjoy the company of my own people. One day this will come to an end. Even if it's not achieved under me, I must lay a foundation for those who come after me, that we must not hero worship America to an extent that when we are threatened that we can't get visas, we retreat on our ideological position.
Stop it! Give us the foreigners! If you don't tell them, Chief. Give us the foreigners here! Why are you hiring the foreigners? You must close here, Nama. Just close. Just so that it can be serious. We want foreigners. Tell them to go out. We want foreigners here. You think we are here to play one? We want foreigners here. This is our country.
security police here. Let them be out. Mayor, let me say you confess. I know. Security. Foreigners to leave this place. Musadio confess. I know. Musadio confess. I know. Whether legal or illegal, tell them to go back to their home. Can we have those foreigners? I don't speak. Why even the police doesn't take language? Stop it.
Can find tractor drivers around here.
Yesterday, I have hired 3 South African people, and I fired 3 Zimbabwe people. We cannot fire everybody once.
But do
You understand?
Yeah.
Then my job is going to stand, because then there's going to be 20 new people. Some of them, they come here, they say, I'm a tractor driver. Fuck, they haven't driven a bicycle yet.
You don't test them before.
Huh?
You must test them.
Yeah, we test.
How did you see that they can't drive?
I'm the operational manager for KZN Bulk Buying. So in terms of your question, it has, there's 2 sides, there's a positive and there's a negative, right? The negative side is we were unsure that what would happen. I mean, from our previous experience of looting and stuff like that, we had to run our business down in terms of stock and as far as possible be safe to avoid it, as much damage as possible if it happened to go that way. On the positive side of things, the whole March and the idea of obviously getting the local foreigners out, getting the foreigners out and the locals into business, that has basically upped our business, because now I have a lot of locals that now coming through and shopping for the new spaza shops that they've been going out to.
So in your terms, you would say the business has grown in that term?
Correct, in that term. After the 30th of June, it has picked up slightly. Again, the locals have started coming through, a lot of new faces that are coming through and basically purchasing from us.
In terms of your guys' exports and imports, has it touched you guys in any way?
No, we haven't been affected with import and export.
Does that mean that it is okay for South Africans to come and work and do business in our countries, but we are not welcome in their country?
So, Bob, are you saying that it's even more difficult? Because this is something you brought up many times in our conversations. It's even more difficult to get into Fortress South Africa now, to get a visa appointment, to be able to come here. It's even tougher.
Let me tell you how ridiculous it is. If you don't have a residential address, in other words, if you don't have a hotel booking or an address of the person who is inviting you, that's guaranteed. They'll just reject you. Just on the basis of that. It doesn't matter how much money you have or you're able to look after yourself. Even if what you're coming for is known and legitimate, something as simple as coming to run comrades. It is known, you have the registration, you have everything, but because you haven't booked a hotel, you're probably planning to stay in Airbnb or to stay with someone and you haven't provided proof, you just refuse. Yes. But this is what I am going to say to you guys that has been said to me. What has happened is that visa applications and visa processing operations have become big business for people who work in the home affairs departments of the countries that issue them. So the companies that are managing visa applications are businesses. They are managing the consular people in either the embassies or in their home offices. And because it's a big business, they are making it even more complicated. They think it started as something to help the embassies manage the applications, because of being short-staffed. Now it's become a business. So we have lost out in that sense.
30th of June, foreigners are not taking any job. You're talking nonsense. Chidimma Malema, you're talking nonsense. Those of us in the transport and logistics space, let's tell you that there's something called the gig economy. The gig economy is your Uber, Checker 60, all of these delivery, all of those, the McDonald's deliveries, and that gig economy is a multi-billion industry. 80% of it is occupied by migrants, foreign migrants, I must say. And most of them are illegal in this country. They come with, so I want us to deal with something very important. There's this thing, people saying, if you have an asylum from from any country you are permitted to study and work in South Africa. That's not true. It's not true. But let's go to the foundation. People from Zimbabwe, Malawi, Lesotho, Botswana, SADC. There is no war in SADC. And anybody who holds a permit, an asylum permit or document from these countries where there's no persecution, a war, that person, chances are that they have obtained that document fraudulently, because you can't and won't qualify for an asylum if you come from a country that is not at war. So a country, the host country, can't give you that document because you don't qualify in terms of the criteria. Basics, just basics. Because even if there was war in that country, the truth is you will have to give a motivation why you jumped. For instance, you come from Ethiopia, you come from Nigeria. Why did you jump all the other countries for you to land in South Africa? Because even though it's not a rule, the expectation or a legitimate expectation is you will move to the nearest safe country from your own country, not 10 countries away from where you come. So stop telling us that the people who are coming here and say, no, Mina, I'm legal, and you are legal from Malawi.
I saw a group of South Africans who took over the businesses of foreign nationals, complaining that there are no customers. The fools did not realize that when they chase foreign nationals, they did not only chase the owners of the business. They want to go to school, graduate before they have common sense that will tell them that customers also left.
So I have a big concern. Today you just hired 5, I don't know, it's Maputo, Zimbabwe people. No, there's people that are pinching there.
Yeah.
Yes. So can you please hire South Africans? Otherwise you'll close this shop. I can even call my company even now. I'm from Laco. Laco, L-A-C-O. You can Google it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So these people here has been standing here, but then you come with foreigner people. You don't want foreigners.
Okay, fine. Leave now, and you can also leave now. I will not employ you people.
Why?
Why should I?
Why should you employ outside people?
I have my own people.
Outside people, foreigners?
No, South Africans.
But then the ones that are working here are. And don't shout at me. Don't shout at me.
You started shouting at me.
No, don't shout at me. I'm not your child. Don't
coming with the full force of the community to stop this spread because of your bad attitude. And I know you've been giving my colleagues bad attitude, but me, I'm different. I'm Sfiso. You understand? I'm different. So if you've got something to talk nice now.
Sir, listen to me very nicely. When you guys were walking out, you guys already threatened that you guys were going to close the shop down.
It's not a threat. No, let me tell you, it's not a threat. It's a promise. It's a promise. It's something that we're going to do from Monday.
Okay, then you must come.
We must come. Thank you, sir.
Restore the integrity of the South African citizenship and secure our country's borders. Here is the thing. Mike is right. The mob has taken over. Why? Because the state has collapsed. It should not be Jacinta's role to sort out illegal immigration. Who the hell is Jacinta? We didn't elect this lady. Suddenly she's the one now sorting out illegal. No, the state must do it. And it's not complicated. I had a meeting with farmers in Limpopo who are farming along the Limpopo River. And they actually took me on a small plane to show me that border, how it works. 70% of that border, it's actually owned by private farmers. It's only 30% that is owned by the state. They showed me, you see this piece. It's this farmer, this one is that farmer.
They said, we can sort out, we can actually help the state to close that border. Actually, it's the hottest border in South Africa. That's where most of our illegal stuff is actually coming through that. They said, we can sort it out. If the state were to work with us, they have a plan, but the state is not working with them. Why? And they know it. They said, we know that some of the government officials, senior people up there, are smuggling stuff through here. That's why they actually don't want the border to work. So if you have arrested them, you've got a proper government, you work with those farmers, you actually don't even need money because the farmers are going to do the work for you. It is in their interest because then their farming operations are also secure. Not complicated. South African citizenship. Let me tell you, the South African ID, to acquire it, it's very easy. You just buy a Home Affairs official. There are many people who have actually gotten our ID copies. Here in South Africa, Somalis, Pakistanis. So what you do, you set up an investigative project. And you say, you are investigating anyone who acquired our ID over the past 20 years. You just put a time frame. Over the past 20 years, review. If it's a child who was born 20 years ago, that's easy. You don't even need to do work. This person was born at this hospital, put it aside. But it is a fellow who's 38. This fellow got our ID 20 years ago. That's when you zoom in. You are going to find that chap paid money. You are going to find a Home Affairs official. You arrest, you deport the idiot. That's it.
So this young South African girl is asking our community people, if we not close these small sponsor shops, where won't go they get all these small things we need buy? Where won't go buy bread? We won't go buy all these things we need. So because we won't buy bread, we go enter motor, they go ShopRite very far from us. Imagine say you won't buy bread, you can spend $8 go, $8 come back. Because you won't go buy bread of $2. Now I think she they ask them, and you know the only person we get sense go reason with she they try talk. They need them. They need those sponsor shops. Here's the thing. If to say South Africans get their own businesses, for no damage them. But all those shops are owned by foreigners. If you go South Africa now, up and down, everywhere you go, all those shops are owned by foreigners. They are all closed. So they need them. Now, waiting the damage there now, they are suffering for that thing. Like this now, some other communities are learning from other communities that close all those sponsor shops, that looted them. They are learning from their mistakes. They don't want anyone to near them. As I'm telling you like this, taxi drivers in some community are protecting all those sponsor shops where they around their community. They protect them with gun. And they tell you, South Africans protecting sponsor shops that are owned by foreigners. You can see them. You see, we don't go tell you now. We don't go land the hard way.
I have South Africa working here. So you say you don't, my man. End of the day, even this place, this time belongs to South Africa. But I respected everybody. I respected the decision, and I refused to open this place. Mama, why are you taking my stuff out? I'm not doing any business. Mama, I'm not doing any business. Mama, don't take that up. Somebody is working for me here. I'm not doing any business here, so why are you taking my stuff out?
Make it simple, my friend. I don't want you here.
Sister, come and sit here. Come, sit here.
I don't care. You can do it. I don't care.
I'm not. You see, this thing I open here. Mama. See, this girl there is working for me. She's South Africa. There are two people. She's South Africa, and I'm paying her. If she wants to go to break, she come here. She eats her food. This is her bed. I'm paying her and she's South Africa. So why are they telling her to move her things out? My sister, bring the chair, please. You're telling her to lose her job. Are you telling her to stop working? Are you telling her to stop working? Is it what you're saying? If she stop working, are you going to feed her? If she stop working, are you going to feed her? I have 3 people working for me, South African, 3 people working for me. So why are you telling her to stop her job? You said you don't want foreigner to trade. So why are you telling her to stop her job? You said you don't want foreigner to trade. I employed 3 South Africans working for me. Why are you telling her to stop? I put this thing for son. Why are you telling her to stop? Don't mind anything. Go and do your job. I didn't do anything wrong. The time you first come here, I respected you. So why are you asking me to take my things out? And I'm paying 3 South Africans working for me. My business is not open. I'm still paying them. I put this thing so that if they're going for break, they will come here and eat their food. So what is the problem? Sister, don't give her this. My sister, take your ball. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. They're working for your money. Stop intimidating people. So if you tell her to stop working, are you going to pay her? Look at the person that's telling you to stop working. Look at the person telling you to stop working.
Honestly, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I don't know, but this is Ghana. That is Nigeria. If they decide to nationalize some of these companies or like South African companies, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? You cannot do anything, because at the end of the day, if we feel there are tensions between both countries and things are not working for us, or things are not going to be working for us, why still keep your companies around whilst we can nationalize them? You understand? There are certain things that I don't think it's necessary, and I will not encourage you to do. But if these countries decide to do it, what are you going to do? It is some Nigerian senator or something that I think I heard, or I saw a video of him talking about that in their parliament, and they have every right. You know, they have every right to do whatever they think they want to do with the companies that you have in their country. So Charlie, this one there. And when it comes to Julius Malema, bro, this is one thing. This is the reason why people love Julius Malema. He's very fearless, bold, things that so many African leaders cannot do. He would just do it simple. Like, I just love this man. I don't know, share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's know how you felt watching that video. And this anti-migration thing, bro, it is not stopping. It is not stopping. So if you're African, I've been saying this, and I'll keep saying it, that if you're African and you're in South Africa, please just leave. Just leave, because now they've involved the military, they've involved like everyone. So please just leave. That's the best thing or best advice that I can give you. Thank you so much for watching.